This man, Kevin, pops up in LA on a flight. He tells me where he's staying. I'm like, I'm packing a bag.
The TV is blaring a news report that shows the blurry, viral video of Jim Jones rushing at Brooke Bailey outside a Miami nightclub. Mama Jones is walking back and forth by the sofa with her hands on her hips, and Jim Jones is hunching in an armchair with his hoodie pulled up, shielding his face. Chrissy Lan is hovering near the window, her arms folded, her expression a mix of rage and exhaustion. The tension in the air increases as Mama Jones dives into the mess. Hold on, Jim. Let's get to the real issue. The whole thing is blowing up on X because, according to Mama Jones, Brooke Bailey hit your boy, your own flesh and blood, just before you went and collided into her like a fool, all captured on film. Her tone cuts as she points at him. What transpired in Miami? It's a disaster, right? Jim Jones fidgets and tugs at the strings of his hoodie. Brooke Bailey was out of control. She arrived at the club in a hot state. And yes, she slapped my son Pee-wee in front of me while yelling that he had disrespected her, or something. I wasn't going to allow her to touch my child and then walk away as if it weren't a huge problem. Christina spins out of the window. Her eyes flashed as she struck Beauty, and your response was to collide with Brooke Bailey, as though you were playing professional football. This video has had 2 million views already, and you're out there looking outrageous. I've since heard that your son was also slapped by that woman. What was P.I. even doing there? What I'm trying to figure out is that Brooke Bailey is touching my grandson with her emotions. Mama Jones throws her hands in the air and jumps in. But Jim, you're an adult. You can't be lunging at her like that. She's a petite reality star who is 6'1" and built like a linebacker. This is a nightmare that is now trending online.
Here with a smile on your face, like everything is a joke too. Your mother was getting a massage, and Zeke was getting a lap dance in my backyard. Why? Because you make them feel like it's okay.
Sudi was just hanging out with me and trying to have a good time. I was talking to some music producers about work when Brooke Bailey and the Tamaya guy she's seeing burst in. She starts yelling that P.I. threw shade at her, and the next thing I know, she winds up and smacks him hard. I saw red, and I wasn't thinking about phones or X, so I just moved. Chrissy Lannon's voice becomes icy, and her arms are crossed more tightly. Your people are saying that Brooke Bailey struck first, but the video just shows you charging and petty. Jim, you slammed into her like she was a national threat. She hit Beauty, fine, which is out of line, but you could have grabbed her wrist, summoned bouncers, or anything else. What does he have to say about this mess? Mama Jones nods, her voice full of irony. Yes, where is my grandson? He's in his 20s and mature enough to speak for himself. Did Brooke Bailey really hit him over some mean remarks, or is she just trying to get attention? She's posting on Instagram that she's fine and saying, "Don't believe nonsense lies." But in reality, she hit my boy and you crashed into her. Jim Jones moans as he wipes his face. Pi shook me. She was screaming about respect, saying he had defamed her and Tamaya. I don't even know what he said, but when she slapped him, I snapped at her because, as you know, I don't play around with family. He didn't see her swing coming to her. Brooke Bailey stepped across a line, her voice low and piercing, and she approached the family. You're the hothead who bowled her over, and you're the one caught in the crossfire. You think I want your son's name ruined because you couldn't leave it alone? Jim, you don't play around with family. But you put us all in the news with this Brooke Bailey. Her fans are giddy over it. When Brooke Bailey is swinging at my grandson, Mama Jones falls onto the couch and waves a hand to cool herself. Please leave. Nobody is backing away. However, Jim, you gave her the victory. The video shows neon signs and palm trees all over the place. And you're charging her while the audience yells. She's playing it like a pro, and we're the ones who are looking foolish. Why was she even close to Pewdie? Jim Jones paces his seething rage. I told you, Ma, that she was there with Tamaya, acting as though she owned Miami Beauty. She was only chatting with some individuals in the wrong place. So she must have heard something, become enraged, and chased after him when she struck him. I wasn't proud, but I wasn't allowing her to treat us disrespectfully like that. Chrissy's chuckle is brief and sour. When I heard the audience gasp and saw foams jump out. You made it into a spectacle, Jim. On Instagram, Brooke Bailey is keeping quiet as X goes wild, half declaring that you're finished and half claiming that Beauty earned it. He's your son, so why is she hitting him outside at all? And why am I getting a headache? The true problem is when Mama Jones leans forward and her eyes narrow. You should have played it wiser and called me. I would have chewed her out till she went back to LA. Brooke Bailey has had her share of trauma, including losing her child and going through a divorce. But she has no right to touch pie, Jim. Now we're stuck with this viral disaster. The crowd is freaking out as Jim Jones collapses into the chair, exhausted, and you yelling at her won't stop the cameras from recording her. My team is attempting to explain it as self-defense, but the film is too grainy to show her swinging first. Chrissy. I apologize, he says. I didn't intend for this to blow up this way. Chrissy's voice remains stern, but softens slightly. Apologizing won't reverse the 2 million views, Jim. It's not just your temper, it's our entire lives out there. Brooke Bailey has the upper hand now that she hit Pewdie, but you made it a show. I wonder what will happen next when she sues you for bringing Pewdie into it. Mama Jones claps her hands, and a sneaky smile appears. I suggest we change things around, and I'll go live on Instagram to reveal the truth about how Brooke Bailey slapped Beauty and initiated the entire situation. Chrissy, you have my back, and we won't allow her to act as though she's the saint. Jim Jones shakes his head and warns, Ma, that will only make it worse. Let it go, and people will soon move on. Brooke Bailey isn't worth the trouble. You think Mama Jones and I will just keep quiet while Brooke Bailey plays her game. But no, we're in this now. Mama Jones is prepared for war, and exactly because Brooke Bailey messed with the wrong family, Jim, you kicked this off, and we're closing it. She hit, I hit back. It's over. Chrissy raises an eyebrow, doubtful over Jim. She slacked your son, you tackled her, and it's trending. The clip is repeated on the TV. As Chrissy and Mama Jones plot, Jim Jones's charge freezes on screen, their voices drowning out his exhausted groan.
Does have that green little speak, you know, and I come in. How you doing?
How are you? Let me control something in my relationship for once.
Hold up. Pussy, that's not a way for you to put the tree somebody's mother.
I'm not marrying you.
You are the selfish bitch. That's how I feel. And what are you? I'm not.
Pewdie was just hanging out with me, trying to enjoy the evening. And I was talking to some producers about a deal when Brooke Bailey interrupted her with that Tamaya guy she was with. She started yelling and accusing P.I. of making fun of her. And before I knew it, she turned around and slapped him hard across the face. I lost it, Ma. I wasn't thinking about phones, filming, or posts. I just reacted when Chrissy Lannon's voice grew icy and her arms crossed even more tightly. The video only shows you charging at Brooke Bailey, but your crew is out there saying she hit first. What is he saying about all this, Mama? Jim, you crashed into her like she was a serious threat. Her slapping Beauty was inappropriate, no doubt, but you could have held her back, signaled security, or done anything else. Jones nods sharply, her voice full of sarcasm. Where's my grandson at? He's in his 20s, plenty old enough to speak for himself. Did Brooke Bailey really hit him over some rude comments, or is she just out here chasing attention? She's on Instagram cool as can be, posting that, "I'm fine. Y'all's lies don't last. Made up lies. She smacked my boy, and you crashed into her."